Hello and welcome back to kart number 28, and in today's video, as you can see, we are indoor karting at Teamsport Leicester for this race academy race. So I'm starting third after qualifying, so we're going to see how well we can do. So here we are, about to start the race, as we have some musical steering wheels, me and the rest of the top three. Pitch perfect piece of music. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, now you can see the marshal walking up the grid towards the starting lights, about to turn them on, about to start the race. And there we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. A little edge. Now we're green and racing here as I look for the inside, but I tap the barrier so I'm not able to take the position. We're going to come up to this first hairpin. Oh, the number 16 is spun. Connection's close, but we're going to keep that right foot planted and take advantage from that chaos to put us up into first position. Let's watch that again in slow-mo. Well, that was some first lap chaos. Just to put it into a little context, the number 16 was post-race complaining about some overly sensitive brakes, which were apparently causing him to lock up lots. We were very lucky there as we hit the front of the 16, the light end, which meant we could kind of just push our way through. Not the cleanest way to take the lead, but we still took it, so it's all good. Anyway, let's cut further into the next lap. As we come into the second hairpin for the first time in green flag conditions, we're going to lose the rear end there, draining any sort of gap we have between us and P2. They'll be right in our slipstream now, trying to overtake us for the lead. Now the yellows are out, so I'll slow down and cut to when they finish. So here we are, coming around the last corners at full speed again, under green flag conditions. Looking back there, using a little bit of human DRS, doing whatever we can to try and break the turn, build back the gap we lost, as we run a little bit deep into that first hairpin, and come flat out through this right-hander leading to the second hairpin. Now we're looking behind again, checking if we pulled a gap or not. I haven't. All I'm thinking now is just push, push, push. I need to build a comfortable gap so I can maintain the lead. Anyway, let's cut to the next lap as we come into the first hairpin, getting a very early apex and getting a compromised exit, letting the number 16 have a look, but he's not quite able to make this overtake. Now we come around the second hairpin, as we look behind, we can see the number 16 locking up again, just to even more prove his point about overly sensitive brakes. After a spin, the yellow flags are now out, so we have to slow down. So let's cut half the lap. So now here we are, coming around the last corners. We're going to see the green light is now back on, as we're going to put our foot down on the straight. Now, as nothing happens on this lap, I'll take it as an opportunity to tell you what happened on the start. I was waiting for the lights to go green, and saw the number 1 car in second move when all the lights were on rather than green. But this kind of threw me off a bit, because I saw him move in my peripheral vision, so I immediately assumed we had started. So I put my foot down, although soon after I realised what I had done, so I stopped. That's the reason I jumped the start a little. Anyway, let's jump 2 laps, as we're now on the main straight. We're going to come through the first corner and into the second hairpin, and we're going to hit the barrier on the apex. I was experimenting with a new braking point that lap, by braking a little earlier. Yeah, but I don't think it worked. Anyway, after that, the car in second will, yet again, take advantage of my mistake and catch up. I should have a massive lead by now, but because of a few silly mistakes, I made it a much tighter race than I'd wanted to be. Anyway, let's cut a few laps. And you can see we have caught up to a back marker, although we don't overtake in this lap. I'll take it as an opportunity to say thank you to everybody that subscribed. It's crazy how fast we've grown from creating the channel in February. Thank you so much, and if you're not subbed yet, please remember to make sure that that red button is grey so we can continue to grow. Anyway, let's get back into the video. So at this point, because it's such a narrow track, I'm still not able to make an overtake. I'm just wishing they had blue flags in indoor karting, because I know he's slowed me down a little bit. Anyway, let's fast forward 2 laps and hope that we're able to make an overtake when we get there. So here we are, with a little gap as we come through turn 1, but we're going to get a better exit than him as we come through the first hairpin. We're going to look for a move now into the second hairpin, but back off to avoid an incident. Now we come through this double apex, we're going to get a slightly better exit than him as we're going to ride in his slipstream on the straight, but we're still not close enough for a move through this bank corner. We're going to get a better exit than him on this ramp as we try and go for a switchback sort of move, but instead we decide to send it down the inside and get past him. So now we come onto the main straight with a clear path. We're going to try and be pushing to build back a gap. Now as we come into the first hairpin, we're going to lose the rear end and lose loads of time to the cut behind. Number 16 is now right in our slipstream, trying to look for an overtake to take the lead. Let's cut to the next lap, where we're going to come around the first corner and the first hairpin. We're going to look behind, and you can see how close the number 16 is to me as we come through the second hairpin. He's going to have a look there. We've got the inside, so we're all right as we come through this double apex on the run to the bank turn. Checking behind again, just to see that he's still really close to me. Now as we come upstairs, we're going to come through this first part and dab the brakes as I get a very late apex, then come towards the down ramp. You can see we've gained a little bit on that upstairs bit as we come into the main straight and flat out through turn 1 and into the first hairpin. Now the number 16 is going to have a look, but we've got the inside for the next turn, which cancels out his opportunity. As we come into this second hairpin, the number 16 is going to try and send it to make contact. We're going to hit the barriers on the outside to let the number 16 go for the overtake as he taps us into the barrier. Now we're going to cut to the next lap, coming up to the second hairpin. We're going to lose the rear again, going sideways through the corner, just to add insult to the injury. Now we come up towards the big banked hairpin here, and we're going to go round it. The number 1 car having a look, but we're alright for now at least. Now I'll stay quiet until we finish the race. So there we are, the race finished. You can see the checkered flag there. Almost got the win, but a few silly mistakes meant I ended up having to settle for second, and almost third towards the end. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and tune in for weekly karting content. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!